Hey, what's going on, everybody? So, I'm actually going to be tackling on a very interesting idea. Something that I haven't seen a lot of people talking about, but one that I think would actually be honestly really cool. And because of how many systems that have been crossed over from Honkai Impact actually came to this game, I don't think that this is completely out of the idea. So, let's talk about it, right? I'm going to be comparing, the banners in this game to both Genshin Impact and Honkai Impact. So, let's get started, right? So, of course, you saw the title, right? Should Honkai Star Rail add limited 5 stars to the standard banner, or will they, right? Now, if you play Genshin Impact, you might know that once in a blue moon, there will be a 5-star that comes out, like in a certain patch. Like, for example, in 3.0, there will be a new character, and then the patch after that, 3.1, they'll be added to the standard banner. I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about the older characters being moved over to the standard banner after a certain amount of time, just like in Honkai Impact. And I'm not talking about one at a time. I'm talking about them being moved in bundles, right? Like packs of 2, 3, 4, 5 characters, 5 stars, however many it may be. Now, I actually think that will be very, honestly, not even out of the question, and it would be very beneficial for both the company and the fans themselves. And let me tell you why. So right now we always have two character banners going on at one time. Occasionally there'll be a special banner like the 2.5 focus select banner where you could pick the different 5 stars, right? But that doesn't happen all the time. Doesn't happen all the time in this game or in the other Honkai game, right? For the most part, it's only 2 character banners, and I think them adding a third one long term would be too convoluted, so I don't see them doing that for now, at least. But let me just give you an example, right? What if someday, right, we're in the future, right? We're in 2030. It's like version 5.0, 6.0, 7.0 for this game, whatever patch it may be at that time. And in that patch, by that point, there's like a new 5-star, right? But then they're rerunning Sealy. That Sealy banner would have such low revenue, nobody would pull on that banner. It would be the most skipped banner in all of Hoyoverse history, right? Why would you go for the oldest DPS in the game when you could go for like the new DPS, right? Again, in the future, whatever character that may be, Mr. Rekka, honestly, probably screw them by then, right? 5-star March, I don't know. But let's say they put on a new character, but then they're rerunning like Sealy, or I don't know, a character who has never been really that good. Or Sealy was good, but like a character who by then is not gonna be good. You see how that makes no sense? I think that after a certain amount of time, maybe 2, 3, or 4 years after a 5-star comes out, they get added to the standard banner, right? So I think that after a certain amount of time, someone like Sealy should be added to the standard banner. Jinyuan, right? Just some of the older units, Luocha, because there is only one sustain in this, or two sustains, I guess, in this banner. Now, here's the thing though, right? In Genshin Impact, people suspect that the next 5-star to be added to the standard banner would be a Geo character, because that's the only element that's not in that banner. However, I don't think that a character of a specific element will be added to this banner because of the way that this banner is set up as it is right now. Now, in case you don't know, what makes this banner different than the standard banner in Genshin Impact is that there is one character of every single class in this game. So you have one erudition character, one nihility character, one harmony, one preservation, one destruction, one hunt, and then one abundance, right? There's no 2 abundance characters and then an absence of nihility, right? But let's just diverge from that for a little bit, right? That's what I was saying before. There's no reason why you would ever go for Sealy unless something big happens and hunt becomes the meta, which probably not. You would never go for Sealy when there's the next strongest DPS that has just come out in that patch, right? If they were to rerun Sealy for like the millionth time in the distant future, the only people who would pull on that banner would be one of 3 different people: the casuals, new players who don't know any better, and gooners, right? Let's just keep it real. So that way, right? In order to avoid making the limited banners more convoluted by adding a third banner or just rerunning useless characters that no one's going to go for, why not just add them to the standard banner, which as of right now is actually missing a quantum unit. Now, getting Sealy here would quite literally be a step up from getting someone like Yanqing, right? Even if Sealy isn't the best, maybe give people a chance to lose the 50-50 to her, you know? And besides, them actually doing that isn't even entirely out of the question because of all the systems that they have added from Honkai Impact into this game. Now, the one that I can think of the most, the one that will always come first to my mind, and the one that actually relates to this topic, is back in version 2.5. You know where they added that little banner where you could pick between Black Swan, Kafka, and Topaz? That exact system came from Honkai Impact. Honkai Impact and Genshin Impact, or Honkai Impact and Honkai Star Rail, as far as I know, are the only two Hoyoverse games that has ever done that. Coincidence? At this point, we can all agree collectively it's not, right? It's very much intentional. So the idea of them taking Honkai Impact's system of adding the older limited 5 stars to the standard banner isn't entirely out of the system, or entirely out of the question too, right? Personally, right, I would love for them to someday add Jing Yuan to this banner, and then for me to lose my 50-50 to him, and then maybe I can use him in Pure Fiction alongside maybe Sunday, right? Maybe slap on that new ornament set that came out last patch, right? This one right here. Slap it on one of the upcoming support or summon units, right? And then get Jing Yuan maybe a little bit poppy in the future, right? Who knows? Distant future, near future, who knows? But I mean, that's I didn't mean to do that. That's really bad, you know. I think they're gonna do it. I feel like they would do it, right? I really hope that they do. It would be nice. Losing the 50-50 to a 5-star I don't have, because as it stands right now, there is only 7 characters on this banner, and the only one that I'm missing is Welt, and someday I'm going to get Welt. But that's it. I'll see y'all. Goodbye.